spend years learning English, but when someone says speak in English, our voices suddenly disappear.
Students feel demotivated when they feel the classroom like a place of evaluation.
We spend years learning English, memorizing grammar rules, writing exams, but when someone says speak in English, our voices suddenly disappear. I mean, why does a language so familiar feel so hard to speak? Is it fear? Is it confidence? Or is it the way we are taught? Welcome to the Voice of LSE, where students' voices meets real conversation. I'm Sarah, your host for today's episode, and today's topic is something I strongly connect with. Not as a student, but as a learner who have felt this fear personally. And today I'm really excited because I'm joined by a wonderful guest with me today. She's a mentor who makes English feel alive in the classroom. And she teaches English classes at London School of English. Like most of us feel more confident speaking English just because of her approach. So Shumi ma'am, welcome to this show.
Thank you, Sarah. It truly means a lot to hear this from a student. And from my teaching experience at London School of English, I can confidently say this. Most of the students here have the language. What they lack is permission to be imperfect. I have seen students are writing excellent answers in their notebook. But when I'm telling them to read out the same sentence aloud, they become afraid of. Do you know why? Because speaking feels public and writing is private. And the fear starts from the moment when language becomes a performance instead of a process. Over the time, students start believing that, English must sound correct before it can be spoken. And by this time from here, the fear actually starts. Not because they don't know English, but because of they feel afraid of being seen.
Like when you say that language becomes performance, that feels very true. And you also mentioned that silence become the comfort zone. Yeah, I can really connect with that because I have seen several students, like including me, even if we know the answer, we are afraid of raising our hand. Like, why does silence become our comfort zone? Can you suggest any examples?
From my own perspective, I feel that silence protects students from embarrassment. I have seen students are rehearsing the answer in their mind, but at the last time, they are getting stopped. It's not like that they're unsure about the answer. They're unsure about the reaction of their classmates. Here, silence works as a defense mechanism because silence protects them from embarrassment, correction, and comparison. But at the same time, silence stops one student's growth as well. Students feel demotivated when they feel the classroom like a place of evaluation instead of a place of exploration because they fear always being wrong.
I have noticed many students stop participating completely just after one mistake. And one thing they constantly talk about is peer judgment. Like, sometimes the fear isn't about the teacher at all. It's about their friends' and classmates' reaction. So, ma'am, can you explain how peer judgment affects students' willingness to speak English?
That's extremely real, I must say. It has a huge impact because any love or single comment can stop a student's growth, right? I have seen many students are trying to participate in the class, but they are unsure about the reaction. Like, how will their classmates react? That's why I believe that classroom should be a safe place emotionally, right? Because if they don't feel respected, they won't risk speaking, right? And the classroom should be a place where students feel respected because they are not learning here only English. In my class, they are not just learning English. They are learning how to manage their confidence, their self-image, and they are learning so many things. It's not like all about participating in the class, responding in the class. So whenever they're trying to respond, we have to give them the chance to speak freely without any fear. And when they will find that, I can speak confidently and students or my teachers are not finding my faults in spite of their appreciating me, that times actually they will feel motivated.
Yeah, we have also noticed that many students speak freely in some classes and stay quiet in others. Like, the environment truly matters. And I have also observed, during group work or any informal conversation, students quickly switch to their mother tongue. Why does English feel so hard to speak outside structured lesson?
Because I think students are taking English as a subject, right? They think English only exists inside the textbook. They are taking English as a subject, not as a voice. So that's why when there is a rule and there is a matter of evaluation, they speak English. But when there is freedom, they avoid to speak English. So this is the main fact, I guess. So that's why until they emotionally get connected with English, they will always turn up to their mother language. So if they feel emotionally safe speaking English, only that time like attaining speaking English will be possible for them.
Yeah, and many students think that if their English is not perfect, it's better not to speak at all. So, ma'am, can you suggest any tips so that they can move away from this fear of perfection?
Yeah, from my own perspective, I can say this. I tell my students, communication matters more than being corrected. Mistakes is the step of learning, not failure. And once students accept this fact, that time their fears slowly disappear. And when they feel like safe in the classroom, and when they notice that, okay, I'm talking in English and my speaking English is not bringing any punishment for me, that time actually student will feel confident. And that's why I motivate my students to speak English rather than being corrected. And I don't focus on accuracy that much from the beginning. Once they get familiar with the speaking, that time it will be gradually okay. I believe that. So that's why I always motivate my students to speak at first. Then the more you will be speaking, you will be more confident. But if you don't speak, if you fear about the punishment, if you fear about the peer judgment, you can't talk and you will not be able to speak fluently. So that's why in my class I often encourage my students to speak confidently and to speak whatever they know. I don't focus on the accuracy. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know if you have noticed or not, but most of the students freeze when it is about presentation, interview, or meeting new people. So, ma'am, what do you think is missing in our learning environment?
I think what missing in our daily life is practicing English, like a conversation. We are not taking English or practicing English in our daily life. So that's why I think this thing actually works as a barrier, because English is an international language and our second language. It's not our mother tongue, right? So the more we will practice and with our friends, with our colleague, and with the person you have in front of you, the more you will practice it, the more you will be able to speak English fluently. So that's why I want to suggest to our audience as well. At London School of English, we always focus on the students so that they can speak confidently in the classroom. And that's why we are working on their presentation skills as well from the very early beginning of their learning stage. So that what happened in our time, we also used to be very shy and was not to be confident that much in your age. But what happens here, we focus on the presentation skills. That's why students becomes to be very confident from this age. So I encourage to speak and practice more English like in our daily conversation.
This conversation feels honest and deeply relatable. It reminds us that fear doesn't mean we are weak. It means we're still learning.
Exactly. And from this conversation, I want my students to remember this. Your English doesn't need to be perfect to be powerful. Your voice matters the moment you used to choose it. Speaking is a skill. And this skill will be growing only when you are going to practice it in the safe places.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your wonderful thoughts and understanding our struggles.
Thank you so much to you as well for your wonderful hosting.
Yeah, and to everyone listening, knowing that English is an achievement, but speaking it is a journey, and every step forward counts. So this is Miss Sarah signing off from the Voice of LSE. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
লন্ডন স্কুল অফ ইংলিশ জীবনের জন্য শিক্ষা।